West Azerbaijan Province is one of the 31 provinces of Iran. It is in the northwest of the country, bordering Turkey, Iraq and Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, and the provinces of East Azerbaijan, Zanjan and Kurdistan. The province is part of Region 3. It is separated from Armenia by Turkey's short border with the Azerbaijan Republic. The province of West Azerbaijan covers an area of 39,487 square kilometers, or 43,660 square kilometers including Lake Urmia. In 2012 the province had a population of about 3 million. The capital city and largest city of the province is Urmia. Archaeology. Permanent settlements were established in the province as early as the 6th millennium BC as excavation at sites such as Tepe Hasanlu establish. In Hasanlu's, a famous golden vase was found in 1958. The province is the location of Tepe Haji Firoz, site of some of the world's earliest evidence of wine production. Gooy Tepe is another significant site where a metal plaque dating from 800 BC was found that depicts a scene from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Ruins such as these and the UNESCO World Heritage Site at the Sassanid compound of Tak-i-Suleiman illustrate the strategic importance and tumultuous history of the province through the millennia. Overall, the province enjoys a wealth of historical attractions, with 169 sites registered by the Cultural Heritage Organization of Iran. History. The major known ancient civilization in the region was that of Manians, a buffer state between Eurasian and Assyrian sphere of influence. Manians in turn spoke a language related to Eurasian. After the fall of Assyria, the region was known as Mantian in Greek sources. Mantian bordered on Atropatene situated east of Lake Urmia. The region is known as Vaspurakan and Noshirakan in Armenian history and made up an important part of historical Armenia, functioning as one of the cradles of Armenian civilization. On the 26th of May 451 AD, a very important battle was fought that would prove pivotal in Armenian history. On the Avarar plain, at what is modern-day Chers in the West Azerbaijan province, the Armenian army under Vardan Mamikonian clashed with the Sassanid one. Although the Persians were victorious on the battlefield itself, the battle proved to be a major strategic victory for Armenians, as Avarar paved the way to the Navasak Treaty, which affirmed Armenia's right to practice Christianity freely. In the late 4th century AD, the Sassanids incorporated the area into the neighboring Aturpadagan satrapy to the east. The name Aturpadagan, later Arabicized to Azerbaijan, derives from Atropates, an Iranian satrap of Media under the Achaemenid Empire, who later was reinstated as the satrap of Media under Alexander of Macedonia. At 7th century this area was under Islamic rule. After Babak Khorramdin revolted, the grip of the Abbasid Caliphate weakened, allowing some native dynasties to rise. By the first half of the 11th century the Byzantine emperors were actively trying to round off their eastern territories, in an attempt to absorb the unstable Armenian dynasties. In 1021–1022 Emperor Basil II led his army as far as Koy within 175 kilometers of Dvin, and obtained the surrender of royalty from the Artsruni dynasty of Van. The Seljuk Turkic tribes, who were initially resisted by the local Hadabani Kurds, eventually conquered the region in the 11th and early 12th centuries. During Timurid rule in the 14th century, Koy gained an important role in all over the region. After Azerbaijan's three other Kurdish principalities, Mukriyans in southern part, Bradosti in the middle and Donboli in the northern part ruled the region for centuries, who temporarily sided with either the Ottomans or Safavids. The Battle of Dimdim between the Safavids and local Bradosti Kurds took place in this region, after a long and bloody siege led by the Safavid Grand Vizier Haytham Beg, which lasted from November 1609 to the summer of 1610. The castle of Dimdim was captured. All the defenders were killed and Shah Abbas I ordered a general massacre in Bradost and Makrian and resettled the Afshar tribe in the region, while deporting many Kurdish tribes to Khorasan region, where many of the descendants still reside as of today. The Safavid control was firmly restored by Shah Abbas, but during the Afghan invasion more than a century later, the Ottomans captured the northwestern regions of Iran, until Nadir Shah expelled them and reasserted Iranian suzerainty over the region and far beyond. The Russian army occupied the region in 1909, and again in 1912 to 1914 and 1915 to 1918 period. The Ottomans occupied the region in 1914, 1915 and 1918, 1919 periods. The Soviet forces occupied the region in 1941, resulting in establishment of a short-lived, Soviet-supported puppet state called the Republic of Mahabad, from November 1945 to November 1946. The districts of Makuz, Salmas, and Arsbaran and the region of Armenia, according to 19th-century administrative division, became a part of the northwestern Iranian province of Azerbaijan. In 1937 the province was renamed to Shomaligab. Shortly after it, the province of Azerbaijan was divided into a western and eastern part which were renamed to Chaharam and Sevam, respectively. In 1961 fourth province was renamed West Azerbaijan by the Iranian authorities. Some events in the 19th and 20th centuries are: Sheikh Ubaidullah attacks west and south of Lake Urmia in 1880. Simcoe insurrections west of Lake Urmia from 1918 to 1922. The Soviet occupation in 1944. The foundation and destruction of the Azerbaijan People's Government in 1945–1946. The foundation and destruction of the Republic of Mahabad in 1946 in County of Mahabad. Periodic severe fighting from 1979 until the 1990s near to boundaries of Iraq-Iran between Kurdish militia belonging to Kurdish political parties and the Iranian government. During the early 1980s, parts of the province were outside central government's control. Geography and climate. With an area of 43,660 square kilometers, including Lake Urmia, the province of West Azerbaijan is located on the northwest of Iran. The climate of the province is largely influenced by the rainy winds of the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean. Cold northern winds affect the province during winter and cause heavy snow. According to meteorological data, local temperatures vary within the province. Average temperature differs from 9.4 degrees Celsius in Maku to 11.6 degrees Celsius in Tekhab, while it is 9.8 degrees Celsius in Urmia, 10.8 degrees Celsius in Khoi, 9.4 degrees Celsius in Maku, 11.6 degrees Celsius. According to same data, the highest temperature in the province reaches 34 degrees Celsius in July, and the lowest temperature is -16°C in January. Maximum change of temperature in summer is 4°C and in winter 15°C. Average annual precipitation ranges from 870 mm of rainfall equivalent in exposed southern areas down to around 300 mm in Baku, in the north, of which a substantial proportion is snow. Administrative divisions and cities. West Azerbaijan Province is divided into 14 counties, cities and larger towns. Source: Statistical Center of Iran. Peoples. There are no official statistics or census figures on the ethnic makeup of Iran. Most of the population in West Azerbaijan Province are Azeris and Kurds. There are three other ethnic and religious groups who are native to the province and have minority status: Armenians, Assyrians, and Jews. There are also Kurdish immigrants from neighbor province in some southern cities of the province. The majority population of West Azerbaijan are Azeris with 76.2% of the population and Kurds with 21.7% respectively. Azeris live mostly in Chaldiran, Makuzpoy, Salmas, Urmia, Nagada, Miandoab, Shahinde and Takab counties, and Kurds inhabit mostly Oshnavia, Sardasht, Mahabad, Paranchar and Buchan counties. Religion. Overwhelming majority of people are Muslims, but also diversity of religions in the province has been a major factor throughout the history of the province. The religions in the province are Shia and Sunni Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and Yarasani. Both Azerbaijanis and Kurds follow Islam, the Azerbaijanis belonging mainly to Shias and the Kurds being of the Sunni branch. Nonetheless, there are also Sunni Azeris in some parts of the province. The small minority who follow Yarasani are in decline. The remaining Armenians and Assyrians are Christians. Some of the most ancient Armenian churches in the world are located within West Azerbaijan Province, such as the St. Thaddeus Monastery and the Chapel of Dzorzor. The Jews in the province follow Judaism. There were also Baha'is and Zoroastrians in the province, although no recent statistics are available. Some Muslim researchers have proclaimed that the birth of the prophet Zoroaster was in this area, in the vicinity of Lake Urmia. Ganzak. Recent scholarship, however, indicates that sites in Central Asia are more likely. In this province, Islam is the majority religion. However, there is also a large Assyrians Christian minority, who have historically lived on the west shore of Lake Urmia. West Azerbaijan today. The city of Urmia has a higher standard of living in comparison with the other cities of the province. There are plenty of parks, coffee shops, cinemas, and internet cafes throughout. There are hundreds of small villages in the province, most of which have running water and electricity as well as television, satellite, and telephone lines. Southern cities, which economically are considered poor areas, have always been the venue of Kurdish demonstrators against the Islamic regime. West Azerbaijan Province is one of the most important provinces for Iran's agriculture. Culture. West Azerbaijan possesses a rich culture stemming from Azeri and Kurdish traditions. Many local traditions, such as music and dance, continue to survive among the peoples of the province. As a long-standing province of Persia, West Azerbaijan is mentioned favorably on many occasions in Persian literature by Iran's greatest authors and poets. All the nobles and greats of Iran choose from Azerbaijan, Ray and Gorgan, viz. Rahman, for the wise and the free, set off to Azerbaijan, Nizami for a month's time. The kings and the free would choose in Azerbaijan to be Firdausi colleges and universities. Urmia University was first built by an American Presbyterian missionary in 1878. A medical faculty was also established headed by Joseph Cochrane and a team of American medical associates. Cochrane and his colleagues were buried in an old cemetery in the vicinity of Armenia. Armenia University website says this about them, that they lie in peace away from the homeland, and the testimonial epitaphs on the tombs signify their endeavor and devotion to humanity. The province today has the following major institutes of higher education: Armenia University, Armenia University of Medical Sciences, Armenia University of Technology, Islamic Azad University of Armenia, Islamic Azad University of Salmas, Islamic Azad University of Khoi, Islamic Azad University of Mahabad.